Hey everyone! Welcome back to Trove, your ultimate stop for everything Samsung, Apple, and the future of tech. And today, buckle up, because we've got a massive leak that could completely change how you see the Galaxy S26 Ultra. New cover renders and early case listings just dropped, and they reveal a lot more than we expected. From refined camera design and QI2 wireless charging support, to the return of Exynos with performance numbers that are absolutely destroying Apple's A19 Pro and Qualcomm's Snapdragon. Gen 5. Yep, Samsung might be planning one of its boldest flagship shifts yet. So let's dive deep. Because this leak doesn't just show what the phone looks like. It gives us a full picture of where Samsung's Galaxy lineup is heading next. Design leak reveals Samsung's 2026 vision, so first things first, the design. A new S26 Ultra case leak, listed by Thinborn, gives us our best look yet at Samsung's upcoming flagship. Now at first glance you might think, wait, it looks familiar, and you'd be right. Samsung isn't reinventing the wheel here, but when you look closer, there's a ton going on under the surface. The familiar triple-lens vertical camera layout is back, but there's a twist. It's now encased within a sleek pill-shaped camera island. This subtle change gives the phone a much cleaner, unified look, similar to how Apple softened its design language with the iPhone 17 series. It's smoother, it's more balanced, and it finally eliminates that scattered lens feel we've seen for years. But the changes don't stop there. The case photos show a precisely aligned magnetic ring, and that's where things get exciting. Because this little ring could confirm something fans have been waiting for. Full QI2 wireless charging support, QI2 wireless charging, finally on the Galaxy Ultra. Let's talk about that magnetic ring. If you've been following the leaks, you'll know that Samsung's S25 Ultra was technically QI2 ready. But here's the catch. It didn't have the built-in magnets that Apple's MagSafe system uses, mainly because they interfered with the S Pen's digitizer. Well, now it seems like Samsung has finally found a solution. Reports suggest that the S26 Ultra will debut a redesigned S Pen system that works seamlessly with magnetic coils, meaning true QE2 compatibility could finally arrive. If that's true, this would instantly put Samsung in the same league as the iPhone 17 Pro and Google Pixel 10, both of which already use QE2. The benefits? Faster, more stable wireless charging, perfect accessory alignment, and improved energy transfer, all with less heat. In other words, your next Galaxy Ultra might charge faster, safer, and smarter than ever before without a cable in sight. Display and performance. Smarter, brighter, cooler now. Let's move to what's inside this beast, and because Samsung isn't just polishing the surface, it's upgrading the experience. Leaks suggest the S26 Ultra will come with a brighter, more energy-efficient AMOLED display built using Samsung's next-gen M14 panel technology. Not only will it deliver insane peak brightness outdoors, but it'll also consume less power, giving you longer battery life without sacrificing performance. Speaking of performance, here's where things get wild. The S26 Ultra is rumored to feature two processor variants, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 Elite for North America and select regions, and the all-new Exynos 2600 for Europe and parts of Asia. Both chips are built on cutting-edge 2nm architecture, meaning they're not just faster and they're smarter, cooler, and more power-efficient than ever. Expect improved AI integration across the OS, smoother multitasking, and better thermal management, something Samsung users have been asking for since the S21 Ultra days. And the best part? Even with all these power upgrades, Samsung's keeping the $5,000 Mayos battery, so endurance shouldn't take a hit. Camera upgrades. Evolution, not revolution now. Let's talk cameras, because this is where Samsung is playing it smart. Instead of throwing in another massive megapixel jump, the company seems to be focusing on sensor quality and real-world performance. The S26 Ultra could feature a new Sony 1.1-inch primary sensor, replacing the older 200-megapixel camera. This larger sensor will drastically improve low-light shots, depth accuracy, and HDR performance, especially in night mode. Meanwhile, the telephoto lens is sticking around but may come with better stabilization and faster focusing speeds. And here's something interesting. Rumor has it Samsung is experimenting with a variable aperture system, similar to what we've seen hinted at for Apple's iPhone 18 Pro. If true, that means sharper photos in bright light and better exposure control in dim conditions, giving creators a real reason to pick the Ultra again. So yeah, no gimmicks, just smart refinements that actually matter. Launch timeline, January or March. Now when can we expect to see this beast? Well, here's where the plot thickens. Several accessory brands, including Thinborn and Caseology, have already started listing Galaxy S26 Ultra cases online. And that only happens when launch plans are in motion. Industry sources suggest two possible timelines. January 2026, continuing Samsung's early year Galaxy tradition, or March 2026, if production faces last-minute delays due to chip supply or testing. Either way, leaks are intensifying, and that usually means Samsung is finalizing its design and preparing for mass production. So don't be surprised if official teasers drop within the next 60 days. Exynos 2600, Samsung's comeback king now? Let's talk about the real game changer, the return of Exynos. For the first time in 4 years, Samsung's Ultra model won't rely solely on Snapdragon chips. The Exynos 2600 is back, and it's not the same old underdog. Built using Samsung Foundry's 2nm manufacturing process, this chip is designed to be a performance monster. Early benchmarks are insane. 6x faster AI processing than Apple's A19 Pro, 15% higher multi-core performance, and a mind-blowing 75% GPU boost over last year's chip. Even compared to Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, the Exynos 2600 leads with 30% faster AI computation and 29% better graphics output. That's not just competitive, that's dominant. It means smoother gameplay, faster photo rendering, and next-level generative AI features baked directly into One UI 7. This could finally be the redemption arc Samsung has been building toward, proving that Exynos can not only compete but win. What this means for Samsung fans. So what does all of this mean for you, the fans? It means the Galaxy S26 Ultra could be Samsung's most complete flagship ever. It's powerful without overheating, premium without waste, and feature-packed without bloat. You're getting a refined design, a smarter display, next-gen charging, and performance that challenges Apple head-on, all while keeping that classic Samsung DNA intact. For years, people have said, Samsung just refines, Apple innovates. Well, in 2026 that might flip. Because if these leaks hold true, Samsung isn't just refining anymore, it's redefining what an Ultra phone can be. So that's everything we know so far about the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, from design leaks and QE2 charging, to the groundbreaking Exynos 2600. If even half of these rumors are true, this could be the smartest, most capable Galaxy Ultra ever made. Stay tuned, because as always, Trove will keep you updated with every new leak. Benchmark and camera sample as they drop. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss the next big Samsung reveal.